Hey there, wildlife lovers. Get ready for a wild ride as we count down the top 10 extinct animals we shouldn't bring back. And trust me, you won't want to miss out on the top 3. Let's dive in and rediscover the wonders of the past. The Sabertooth Tiger, also known as Smilodon, roamed the Earth during the Pleistocene epoch, but sadly went extinct around 10,000 years ago. With its massive, saber-like canine teeth, the saber-toothed tiger was a fearsome predator, capable of bringing down large prey. Imagine encountering one of these formidable creatures in the wild. Their sheer size and powerful jaws made them incredibly dangerous predators. For example, let's say you're a prehistoric human out foraging for food when suddenly you come face to face with a saber-toothed tiger. In an instant, your fight or flight response kicks in. But with the speed and strength of this apex predator, escaping unscathed would be a daunting task. While it's fascinating to imagine these creatures roaming the Earth again, reintroducing them could have serious consequences. Our world has changed significantly since the time of the saber-toothed tiger. Ecosystems have evolved, and introducing such a powerful predator could disrupt fragile balances. Number 9. Gigantopithecus. It was a massive ape species that lived from around 9 million years ago to about 100,000 years ago. It resided primarily in the dense forests of what is now Asia, including regions of China, India, and Vietnam. But despite its formidable size and strength, Gigantopithecus eventually went extinct. Now you might wonder why such a mighty creature disappeared from the face of the Earth. Well, there are several factors at play. Changes in climate and habitat loss likely played significant roles. As the Earth's climate shifted and forests dwindled, the once vast habitats of Gigantopithecus became fragmented, leaving them vulnerable to extinction. While the idea of bringing them back may sound intriguing, it's essential to consider the potential consequences. Number 8. Arctus, the short-faced bear. It was one of the largest land carnivores of its time, standing over 11 feet tall when on its hind legs. They lived between 2 million and 11,000 years ago, coexisting with other megafauna like mammoths and saber-toothed cats. However, around the end of the last ice age, they vanished from the Earth. So, what led to the demise of these magnificent creatures? Scientists believe a combination of factors, including climate change, habitat loss, and human hunting, played a role in their extinction. As the climate warmed and forests replaced open grasslands, Arctus lost its preferred hunting grounds, leading to a decline in their population. But why shouldn't we bring back Arctus, you might ask? Let's consider a scenario. Imagine releasing Arctus into our modern world. With their enormous size and predatory nature, they could wreak havoc on ecosystems already struggling with human impacts. For example, they could decimate populations of smaller animals, disrupt food chains, and even pose a danger to human communities living in their territory. Number 7. The thylacine, a carnivorous marsupial resembling a large dog with stripes across its back, once roamed the forests of Australia and Tasmania. However, due to a combination of factors, they tragically went extinct in the 20th century. Hunted by humans and faced with habitat loss, the thylacine population dwindled rapidly. European settlers viewed them as threats to livestock and systematically hunted them down. Additionally, the introduction of non-native species like foxes and dogs further contributed to their demise. The last known thylacine died in captivity in 1936, marking the end of this unique species. But why shouldn't we bring back the thylacine, you might ask? Well, let's consider the consequences. Imagine releasing thylacines back into the wild today. They were apex predators, meaning they sat at the top of the food chain. Introducing them back could upset the delicate balance of modern ecosystems. For example, thylacines were known to prey on livestock, such as sheep. Farmers already face challenges with predators like foxes and wild dogs. Adding thylacines to the mix could devastate livestock industries and strain human-wildlife conflicts. Furthermore, their reintroduction could lead to a decline in native species that have evolved without the presence of such predators. While the thylacine story is one of loss and intrigue, bringing them back could be disastrous. Number 6. The Irish elk. Also known as the giant deer, lived during the Pleistocene and early Holocene epochs, approximately 11,000 years ago. Despite its name, this magnificent creature wasn't exclusive to Ireland, but ranged across Europe, Asia, and parts of North Africa. Sadly, like many other prehistoric animals, the Irish elk faced extinction due to a combination of factors, including climate change and human hunting. As the climate warmed and forests dwindled, the Irish elk's habitat shrank, leading to a decline in population. Additionally, early human hunters likely targeted these massive creatures for their meat and antlers. Now you might be wondering, why shouldn't we bring back such a majestic creature? Firstly, let's consider the sheer size of these animals. The Irish elk stood around 7 feet tall at the shoulders and had enormous antlers that spanned up to 12 feet across. In a modern ecosystem, reintroducing such massive creatures could have disastrous consequences. For example, the Irish elk's sheer size and strength would make it a formidable competitor for resources. They could outcompete native herbivores for food and disrupt the delicate balance of ecosystems. Furthermore, their massive antlers pose a significant risk to other animals and even humans. Imagine encountering a startled Irish elk with antlers as large as tree branches. While the Irish elk was undoubtedly a magnificent creature of the past, bringing them back would pose significant challenges and risks to modern ecosystems. Number 5, terror birds. Scientifically known as forest wrasses, were massive flightless birds that roamed the Earth during the Cenozoic era, primarily in South America. These towering birds stood up to 10 feet tall and weighed over 300 kilograms. They ruled the land for millions of years, until their sudden disappearance around 1.8 million years ago, likely due to climate change and competition from other predators. Now you might be wondering, why shouldn't we bring back such an intriguing species? Imagine a world where terror birds once again roam freely. Their immense size and powerful beaks made them apex predators capable of taking down prey much larger than themselves. In fact, studies suggest that their bite force was comparable to that of a large alligator or a small T-Rex. In such a scenario, the delicate balance of modern ecosystems would be thrown into chaos. These birds could wreak havoc on smaller animals, disrupting entire food chains and ecosystems. And let's not forget the potential danger they pose to humans. Just imagine encountering a creature the size of a terror bird in the wild. Their sheer size and predatory instincts could make them a serious threat to human safety. Number 4, Megalodon. They lived approximately 2.6 million to 23 million years ago during the Cenozoic era. This colossal predator prowled the seas, with estimates suggesting it reached lengths of up to 60 feet or more. With its massive size and powerful jaws lined with serrated teeth, Megalodon was undoubtedly the apex predator of its time. Around 2.6 million years ago, during the Pliocene epoch, Megalodon disappeared from the fossil record, leaving behind only its massive teeth as evidence of its once dominant presence. Let's talk about why we shouldn't bring them back. Imagine a creature the size of a school bus, with jaws capable of crushing bones and tearing through flesh. Bringing back Megalodon could have catastrophic consequences for marine ecosystems and human activities. For instance, let's see what would be the impact on marine life. Megalodon's sheer size and voracious appetite would disrupt the delicate balance of the ocean food chain. Number 3, the Diprotodon. It was a massive marsupial, often referred to as the giant wombat, that lived during the Pleistocene epoch, around 1.6 million to 50,000 years ago. It was the largest marsupial to have ever existed, weighing up to 3 tons and standing over 6 feet tall at the shoulder. These gentle giants roamed across Australia. Unfortunately, like many megafauna species of the Pleistocene, the Diprotodon faced extinction around 50,000 years ago. While the exact cause of their demise remains uncertain, scientists believe a combination of factors such as climate change, human hunting, and habitat loss contributed to their extinction. Now you might be wondering, why shouldn't we bring back such a fascinating creature? Imagine a world where Diprotodons roam freely once again. With their immense size and voracious appetite, they could wreak havoc on modern ecosystems. For example, their sheer bulk could trample vegetation, leading to habitat destruction for smaller animals. Number 2, Titanoboa. They lived approximately 60 million years ago during the Paleocene epoch, just after the dinosaurs went extinct. It prowled the swamps and waterways of what is now Colombia, dominating its environment as the largest snake ever known to have existed. But why did Titanoboa go extinct? Well, as the Earth's climate changed and cooled, the habitats that Titanoboa relied on began to disappear. With fewer warm, swampy areas to thrive in, Titanoboa likely struggled to adapt and eventually went extinct. Bringing back Titanoboa could have dire consequences for our modern world. Imagine encountering a snake the size of a school bus in your backyard, or while hiking in the wilderness. Titanoboa's sheer size and strength would make it a formidable predator, capable of preying on not just smaller animals, but even larger mammals, and possibly humans. Number 1. Sarcosuchus, also known as the supercroc, was a massive crocodile that lived during the Cretaceous period, around 112 million years ago. They were apex predators of their time, dominating the ancient rivers and lakes. Now you might be wondering, why shouldn't we bring back such an impressive creature? Allow me to paint a scenario for you. Imagine a world where Sarcosuchus once again prowls our rivers and waterways. While it may seem thrilling, the repercussions could be dire. Physically, Sarcosuchus was a force to be reckoned with. Its massive jaws could crush bone and tear through flesh with ease. Even today's largest crocodiles pale in comparison to the sheer size and power of this ancient beast. Just one encounter with a Sarcosuchus could spell disaster for any unfortunate creature crossing its path. Consider the impact on modern ecosystems. Introducing Sarcosuchus could disrupt the delicate balance of predator and prey, leading to the decline of other species, and even endangering human lives. If you enjoyed this adventure as much as we did, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. And hey, if you liked what you saw, be sure to hit that like button below. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.